Hello, everyone, and welcome to our first ever live episode of This Week in Spain, a weekly show where we talk about everything that happened in Spanish football in the previous week. I have done this thing before, but I have done it in like a short form manner where I recap everything in Spanish football in less than 60 seconds, I would say, but that's not really enough to think about whatever happens in Spanish football. It's not really, doesn't really give us enough time. So I thought, why not try my hand at live streaming and discussing everything that happens in Spain in the past week. Now, I do need to say that I've never really done live streaming before. Well, like I have been live in front of a camera when I was working for Real Madrid, when I was working for Europa Radio. I have been live, but I've never really done streaming per se. I mean, I have done streaming, but that was when I was playing Yakuza Like a Dragon on for my two Twitch stream viewers. But yeah, this is something new, and this is something I've not really tried before, and so I'm just trying to see if there's anything that is like that is exciting. Oh, we got us first. I mean, I am so new to this whole chat streaming thing. Okay, so if I am not able to like be the stream person that you have in your head, I apologize. But APK1, hello bhai, watching from Mathura UP. भाई धन्यवाद, रात के 3:30 तुम बार्सिलोना का मैच देख के आए होगे, बहुत दुखी होगे कि हार गया बार्सिलोना. पर हाँ, thanks for watching from Mathura. Thanks for being here on the stream at like 3:45 in the night. Yeah, I mean, Barcelona, man. Oof. I am actually surprised because I just saw the whole game, and I was thinking there have been 14 different teams who've tried to break down Barcelona this season, but nobody's able to do it. The only three teams that have done it is Monaco, is Osasuna, who themselves got dismantled from Real Madrid yesterday, and now Real Sociedad. So Saransh Tiwari, cricket is best. भाई cricket तो best है ही, बट अभी क्या ही बोले, अभी हम यहाँ पे फुटबॉल के बारे में बात करने आए, तो छोड़ो. अभी क्रिकेट बेस्ट है, मुझे भी पता है, हम भी देखते हैं क्रिकेट बहुत, बट अभी हालत सही नहीं चल रही है क्रिकेट पे टीम में. गौतम गंभीर का ईरा अभी स्टार्ट हुआ है, बट चलो उसके बारे में कभी और बात करेंगे. अभी देखते हैं. बेबी गर्ल फॉर BTS आर्मी. Oh, I didn't know we have BTS Army fans here also. Welcome. I don't know if you're यहाँ पे. मुझे अभी BTS का गाना गाने मत बोल देना भाई, बिकॉज वो तो मुझे आता नहीं, गाना गाना तो आता नहीं. मैं तो फुटबॉल के बारे में बात करना आता है मुझे भाई, वही करने वाला. APK1 भाई, हिंदी आती है तो हिंदी में. मैं एक्चुअली आई थॉट अबाउट दैट कि मैं हिंदी में अपना कंटेंट करूँ, बट बिकॉज मैंने लाइक पिछले 2 साल से मैं स्पेन में रहा हूँ, और लाइक मैंने जब अपना जो जर्नलिज्म करियर स्टार्ट किया था, बिकॉज सिंस आई स्टार्टेड माय जर्नलिज्म करियर एंड स्टार्टेड ला लीगा विक बोथ ऑन Instagram and YouTube, so my analytics have shown me there is like a 60-40 balance between an Indian audience and a foreign audience. That's why I have always thought about like मतलब मुझे लगा था कि मैं हिंदी में भी कंटेंट बनाऊँ, इंग्लिश में भी कंटेंट बनाऊँ, but then it gets isolated. Part of the audience will get isolated because I have 5,000 subscribers now. And oh yeah, thanks for 5,000. I never got to make a formal video saying thank you, but 5,000 के लिए धन्यवाद, muchas gracias, shukriya. And yeah, hopefully this is a start of something new. Hopefully, because I am currently balancing out my schedule between being in India and going back to Spain. So hopefully once I go back to Spain, which will be soon, I think in this month, at the end of this month, I'll probably be back in Spain. तब और नया content मिलेगा, probably from a bunch of stadiums, and like I don't know, I have a lot of things planned out, and it's just going to be really exciting. Baby girl forces me and Kim JV and South Korea, me India. Okay, yeah, it's good to see. It's good to see so many people here giving me company, because as I said, this is the first time मैं stream कर रहा हूँ. मुझे I just wanted, like, I just thought that I just saw the game and I like, चलो थोड़ा देखते कौन जाग रहा है कि नहीं, क्या कर रहा है. I was like, let's get into this, because for me, right, I have talked about football almost all my life. Like 2023, I worked for Real Madrid TV. Uske pehle, I worked for a bunch of local newspapers in India. This year, I started La Liga Vic, and yeah, I've just been balancing talking about like writing about football and stuff like that. But I never really, had like a sort of audience to speak about, which is why I started this channel, and uh, that's why I thought it's gonna be a good idea. I know it's so late. I know it's 4 a.m. Here in India, but we'll see. We'll see what we can do. Baby girl forces birthday by birthday date. It's September 6th, so it just थोड़ी देर पहले अभी खत्म हो गया. But like, yeah, क्या करोगे जान के भाई? विश करोगे क्या अगले बार? I hope you do. I hope you stick around whenever my birthday comes around next, and you wish me. That'll be nice. But anyways, this stream I thought I would start because a lot has happened in Spanish football this week, which is the reason I started this show, which I do on my shorts. I never do it online, but it's just I want to talk about something that happened in Spain this week, which is the floods in Valencia, which have caused a tremendous like uproar in the city of Valencia. Like I have friends who've been stuck in Valencia, and they told me that they are now staging a protest against the mayor of Valencia and all that, because they are not happy about the flood situation. They were not informed. Valencia Club de Football was supposed to play against Real Madrid. I think they were supposed to play Espanyol today, but they could not because of the situations going on in their in their city, which is terrible. What else happened this week? Oh yeah, Real Madrid and AC. It seems like such a long time ago, the Ballon d'Or thingy, right? It's like just 12 days, 13 days ago. But it seems like it was so long ago because it was like Vinicius Junior. We knew 5-6 hours before the ceremony, it was all done that Vinicius is gonna get the trophy, and then somehow Rodri wins it, and Vinicius is like, yeah, I'm gonna make sure that I show everyone. I'm gonna perform it 10 times, and he did. Yesterday, the evidence was there that he's working hard. Me birthday date 12 September 2005. Oh, very close to my birthday, baby girl 4. Very close to my birth date. But yeah, I'm much older to you. But yeah, thanks for being on the stream. And yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, Vinicius Junior has been on fire this week. 1 goal against Milan, 3 against Osasuna. So he has, put his word to the pedal, because he said he's gonna perform 10 times, and he's just done it. But I'm still a bit surprised at how Real Madrid kind of capitulated just by themselves against Milan, because I didn't watch the full game. I didn't have time to watch the full game, but like from what limited understanding I had of the game, it was surprising to see Real Madrid fall. Well, but at least they made up for it in La Liga. That is something nice. They made up for it in La Liga. They said, you know what, La Liga is our battleground, and they dispatched 4. Even though the injuries that happened to Lucas Vazquez, who else was this? Lucas Vazquez, Rodrigo, and who else was? I forgot who else was the first one. Eder Militao, right? ACL, another injury. Baby, man, I am 25. I'm getting old. Yeah. Yeah. So what was I saying? Yeah, 3 injuries in the first half for Real Madrid. The game it didn't look like they were gonna like get anything out of the game, because they don't have any starters, they don't have any backups in positions. Lucas Vazquez literally had to play through injury just so that because there was no one backing him up at right back. He is not the first choice right back. It's Dani Carvajal, who also got injured. So I'm like, okay, who is gonna take on the reins for Real Madrid now? Eder Militao is gone, right? David Alaba hasn't come back. Aurelien Tchouameni is gone. Now Rodrigo is gone. Thibaut Courtois is not playing. So it's just traumatic for Real Madrid fans. But at least they got a good performance out of the match yesterday. I mean, who was it? Raul Asensio? I know that he has a bit of controversy attached to his name, but he really did perform well. Like I saw his highlights because I didn't get to catch the full game, as I said. He did perform well, but then there is a sense of urgency. There's a sense of like gloom hanging around his neck because of the controversy he has been a part of in Real Madrid Academy, which I'm not going to talk about. Baby girl, for good night. Thanks for being on the stream. Thanks for being on the stream. I literally don't know what I'm doing on the stream. I just wanted to come online and talk. So thank you for being here. And yeah, wish you a good night, baby girl. For yeah, Raul Asensio, right? It I think it was the first time in a long while someone from La Fabrica really came on and delivered an impact. But it was always good. It's always good to see young products coming out. I know, as I said, he has a string of bad omen attached to his name because of the whole scandal that happened in La Fabrica. But you know, who else are you gonna put in? There is no center back for Real Madrid at this point. And so, I mean, at least they'll be happy that they got the result. And because Barcelona lost today, I think they're 6 points behind Barca, but they have a game in hand, Real Madrid. So it's just gonna be. I think it's gonna be another title charge for Real Madrid. I know they didn't start that well at the beginning. I mean, Atletico Madrid, if I'm not wrong, is 1 point behind them. So yeah, they didn't start the campaign. I mean, they were unbeaten, but they were piling up a lot of draws, and the Barcelona 4-0 happened. So yeah, I think Real Madrid will eventually bring a good title fight, because I probably will be living in Madrid by the end of the season. So I hope to see Madrid lift the trophy, because if it's not Madrid, if it's not either Real Madrid or Atletico Madrid, I will have to go to Barcelona to see the trophy celebration, which is I don't mind, but still, because I remember when I was working for Real Madrid TV in 2023, that season Barcelona won the league. Right, I was living in Madrid. I was living in the center of the city. Barcelona won the league. Real Madrid only won the Copa del Rey. Right? They didn't even win the Champions League. It was Manchester City. And because I was working for Real Madrid TV, I always thought, like, all right, if they win the trophy, if they win the two major trophies, they're gonna have like a parade around the city, and I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna celebrate with the fans. But they didn't. Like, I feel so unfortunate, because the only year that I was in Spain, in Madrid, right? They didn't win anything. They won the Copa del Rey, which I worked on. I mean, if you go on my profile, I think one of the shots I have on my Instagram, same handle as here, La Liga Vic. You can go on my Instagram and see my pinned post. Yeah, I'm holding the Copa del Rey trophy that Real Madrid won. So that was just the highlight of the season was that, and also the Club World Cup, because those are the two trophies they won while I was working at Real Madrid. So I have photos and videos with both of those trophies, and I'm immensely proud of that. But I just think that if I had joined a year later or a year prior, I would have seen the La Liga and the Champions League trophies in person as well. But yeah, maybe this year it's gonna be, because I'm going back to Spain by the end of this month, most likely, and 6 points is doable for Real Madrid. Real Madrid, I know they're in an injury crisis, but it's still doable for them. And whichever team wins the La Liga, I'm just happy as a neutral to watch. Even if it's Villarreal who are in fourth, even if it's Villarreal who win, I am traveling down to Valencia to watch them lift the trophy and play around with them, because I don't want to miss it. I've missed it 2 years in a row. When I was in Madrid, I missed out. When the next year the next year Madrid won it, and they had this huge parade, and all my colleagues went, and I couldn't go because I was back home. And so yeah, this time it's gonna be different. But since we're talking about title charge, and since we're talking about the Real Madrid, we also have to mention, as I said in the beginning of the stream, what happened to Barcelona today? They just folded. Like, only 3 teams have gotten the better of them. Right, Monaco has, yeah, sure, they are probably one of the hottest sides in Europe right now. They've been lighting up the French league as well. Osasuna was an upset, but then again, Brand Zaragoza plays for Osasuna, and that guy loves playing against Barcelona. Right, he becomes like prime R9 whenever he sees the Blaugrana. So I don't blame Osasuna for beating Barcelona, but the Real Sociedad, I mean, that's a surprise, because Real Sociedad did not. I mean, they did not start the season as well as they thought they would. right? I think they had just 4 points all season at home. Let me just check check their standings, because everyone I've been talking to, nobody expected Real Sociedad to at least put up the fight that they put against Barcelona. Yeah, sure, they won just by 1 goal, but their season so far, I mean, Athletic Club have been much better. I mean, their Basque rivals have been much better than them. Yeah, so Real Sociedad, 18 points from 13 games. This was their 5th win of the season. They've lost 5, have scored 11 goals, conceded 10 goals. There is literally no, I mean, they've scored 11 goals, and that's the lowest, if I can read properly, which I should be able to. That's the lowest amount of goals scored in the top 8 from the top 8 sides. And that just shows how poor the season has been. I mean, last season they saw Athletic Club win the Copa del Rey, the Basque rivalry that they hold so dear to their heart. They saw their arch rivals winning the Copa del Rey, and it must have taken such a toll on them. And just a minute, do we have something special coming on the stream? Oh no, I thought someone's going to be joining me on the stream, but that's not going to happen. But maybe in the next week, or maybe when I'm back in Spain, I'm going to be able to bring some people on the stream for sure. But anyways, as I was saying, Copa del Rey, the Real Sociedad saw Athletic Club in the Copa del Rey, and I for sure thought that they would have like some sort of spark in them, because Real Sociedad won the Copa del Rey like 4 years ago, 3 years ago. I don't remember it quite correctly, and it was a Basque derby, so they had the bragging rights. But then Athletic Club is quietly expanding that gap that they've had over Real Sociedad, right? Athletic Club, with their exclusive policies and the star players that they generate from the academies. Nico Williams is one of the hottest prospects in the country. Robin Lenormand was one of the hottest prospects who was signed to Atletico this season. The goalkeepers Unai Simon and I forgot the name of the guy who plays in the cup competitions, Arizabagaleta or something. He is good. So Athletic Club, rightly they are 6th in the table right now, but they're also not doing so great. 5 wins, 5 draws, 3 losses. Yeah, am I reading it correctly? Yeah. So it's, I guess so far it's been a mixed bag of a season for all the teams. But the one I have been most disappointed with is Girona. Right, I've made a video. I think I made a video a week ago or 2 weeks ago, highlighting what went wrong with Girona. Right, even this week. Right, that's the whole point of the show. This week in Spain, they lost to PSV 4-0, didn't they? Man, my memory is really getting bad. But if I'm not wrong, they lost to PSV, right? And they won yesterday, or was it today? I have no recollection of time anymore. But yeah, they won against Getafe, which is always a tough place to visit. But the fact that they have not been able to replicate their season even close to what they had last season, that disappoints me a lot, because I really rooted for them. I used to. Someone's been calling me. Just me. Yeah, as I was saying, Girona, right? I made a video a couple of weeks ago, and I talked about the fact that they have not been remotely close to showing up like they did last season, and I'm so disappointed at that, because they have been one of the quiet favorites that I've had over the years. There's a running gag between me and my friends who play FIFA. Every time I take Girona, I've never lost, never. Probably played like 5 or 6 games over the years with Girona, and I only played them whenever they were in the Premier, like in La Liga, not in the Segunda Division. And I've never lost. I've beaten teams like Manchester City. I've beaten teams like Juventus. I think I even beat Barcelona at one point. Whenever I play with Girona, that is. And so I always kind of had like a soft spot for them, because I always wanted to visit the stadium, Montilivi, right? I never got to go to Barcelona last time when I was there in Madrid. Hopefully do that this year. I hopefully wanted to do that this year with with a lot of aplomb and with a lot of celebration, seeing this team do well. But I don't think that's gonna be the case, right? I don't think this year, at least, if I am lucky enough to visit Montilivi, if I'm lucky enough to visit the town of Girona, it's not going to be the same atmosphere as they had like last year. And it's just, uh, I feel bad, honestly, for Girona fans because they have had such a roller coaster. A couple of seasons ago, they were in Segunda Division. They didn't even dream of La Liga, let alone the Champions League, right? And then you get there, and you don't know what to do, right? All your star players are leaving, right? Savinho got poached by Manchester City, right? Alexander Sorloth, not Sorloth, Dovbyk, sorry, Artem Dovbyk gone to Roma. I think he even called Girona a small club when he left. So just imagine the audacity, right? Alex Garcia went to Bayer Leverkusen. Jan Couto joined Dortmund. I think also, yeah, Eric Garcia and Pablo Torre were also crucial for Girona last season, and they went back to Barcelona. So it makes me a little bit upset that Girona is not playing like they used to. Because it was always an exciting team to watch. Michel has done wonders with that squad that he had, and it was one of those fairy tale stories that we've been missing in La Liga for so long, didn't we? Like, when was the last time someone other than the big three challenged, like, challenged for the title? I mean, I knew that they were never gonna get the title, but they challenged for the top four, right? So it's always Barcelona, Atleti, Real Madrid, and for the most part, it's the Sevilla who's the fourth team. But last season, we saw this wondrous run from Girona, and it made my expectations go so high for them this season. And I'm just a bit surprised it ran out so early into the season. Like, I expected them to stumble somewhere midway throughout the season. I mean, when the fixture congestion gets piled up and injuries start popping up, international breaks disrupt the flow. Yeah, but they just from the get go, they it just didn't seem like the Girona of last season, and yeah, it's a bit upsetting. But we should also talk about Valencia, who I think are probably in the. I know that they are going through a tragedy right now, so I'm not going to talk about that. I already talked about that before, the floods and everything that they're going through. But the fact that they've had only one win the entire season, they've played 11 games, they've won one. They sit 20. This is, if my if my brain recalls correctly, Valencia are the last team to win La Liga outside of the big three. They won it in 2004, if I'm not wrong. I might be wrong. I'll check it later on. But that's the sort of standard that Valencia holds, right? And you look at them, you look at their recent history, right? Peter Lim, ever since he took over the club, not a single Valencia fan is happy, right? And this season, they've been so poor. They sit at 7 points, 11 games played. They were supposed to play Real Madrid next, if which got postponed due to the floods. And I'm pretty sure Real Madrid would have gotten another result out of that. So just imagine 12 games, one win. That is not something you expect from Valencia at all. And it's looking more and more likely that eventually they're going to go down. Right? I think a couple of seasons ago, or was it last season? They were also hovering. I think it was the season where they abused Vinicius at Mestalla, and the whole Madrid fan base wanted them to get relegated. I think it was that season. Must be the season before. And so they were very close to getting relegated alongside Sevilla, who also are having a terrible season. Right? They're 13th, Sevilla. I think it's Garcia Pimenta who's coaching them right now, who, former Barcelona B coach, Las Palmas has done okay so far. I think it's just a very unpredictable season. When the season started, I did not think, first of all, that Barcelona is going to have such a strong hold over the title. I did think that they were going to, the new manager bounce is always a real thing, right? And Hansi Flick, you don't take him lightly. I really did think Real Madrid are going to, because of the whole Galacticos thing, I did think it was going to be, like, they were going to run away with it. But I guess you can't really call it, right? You can't call La Liga from sitting at your couch and expecting results without even the league getting kicked off, because Yeah, Barcelona has been flying. Real Madrid has been okayish. Atletico Madrid have been inconsistent. Villarreal have been a surprise considering they're fourth in the table. I think lost 2 games and are like 3 points behind second in Real Madrid, right? Athletic Club is sixth, but Osasuna is fifth, right? If I'm not wrong, Osasuna is also, yeah, Osasuna also comes from the Basque region, does it? I think it does. So just imagine Osasuna, right? They're fifth in the table. How do you imagine that? Like, yeah, sure, they beat Barcelona, and yeah, they played good football against Real Madrid as well. But to sit fifth when teams like Real Betis, Real Sociedad, Valencia, Sevilla, they're all below you, and to sit fifth is such a strong position to have. And it's just, I think this season of La Liga is gonna be very exciting from fifth to 20, all the way down to 20th, because if Valencia need to get out of the relegation zone, they, at this point, I don't even know. I mean, the only thing that they can use as motivation is the fact that such a tragedy has hit them. They should use it as fuel to give back to to give, bring some joy back for their city. That's what they should be thinking of doing, because otherwise it looks like a bleak campaign for Valencia. There's no way they're gonna make it out. There's no way they're gonna make it out. Uh, Newcomers Leganes have also played really well so far. They are the fifth team from Madrid this season, and yeah, they are sitting in 14th. Leganes and Rayo Vallecano are probably the two Madrid sides I like outside of the big two, right? I don't have any problem with Getafe. Right? I like Getafe as well. I actually been to Getafe a bunch of times. I mean, not the stadium, but the province, but the municipality. But that's the only reason I don't like the team, is because it was such a depressing experience for me to travel to Getafe. So every time I've been to Getafe, it always has been like a negative experience for me. I don't know. One time, I was in Getafe and there was a terrible traffic jam. Another time, I was taking the Renfe and I got pushed around so much in the Renfe. The Renfe is basically the suburban trains in Madrid, and I got pushed around so much it left a bad taste in my mouth. And another time I went, I had to go to the police station to pick up some like, in, what do you call it, residencia, tarjeta residencia or something. So I've never been to Getafe as a happy person. I've always, whenever I visited Getafe, it's always been due to some, I don't know, like, you either solve this issue with your passport or you either get pushed around in public transport. So that's the only reason I have a little bit of, uh, what do you call it, not such a good relationship with Getafe, the club. But I do know that they have a passionate fan base. They are one of the five teams in Madrid who, and they are also very consistent. And I know that their play style is often very unorthodox. I think Jose Bordalas is coaching them, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, Bordalas ball is everyone knows what to expect whenever they see Bordalas on the bench. So Getafe is a great team, but they also need to play well to survive, because they're 17 in the table right now. They are tied with points on Espanyol and 1 point ahead of Real Valladolid in 9. So look at how tight the relegation race is so far. Valencia 7 points in 11 games. Real Sociedad 9 points in 13. Sorry, Real Valladolid 9 points in 13 games. Espanyol 10 points in 12 games. Getafe 10 points in 13 games. Las Palmas 12 points in 13 games. Alaves 13 points in 13 games. And it's just up to 15. So there is no clear daylight that would probably uh, give a gap, give like a safety net for any of the clubs involved. And it's just gonna be. I think it's gonna be, when it goes down to the wire, it's gonna be really really good to see. Because last season I was very upset that Cadiz got relegated. Because I don't know if you know, I manage Cadiz's social media on Twitter. And it was just very unfortunate that we could not be interacting with the big clubs anymore. We had to, yeah, we had to just take it on our chin, head up, and hopefully return to the top pretty soon. Because Cadiz is always one of those clubs that always surprises you, right? I remember there was a time when Barcelona could not beat them throughout an entire season. I think even Real Madrid had an issue with them. They could not beat them for a couple of games, for a couple of run of games. So yeah, it's just, I don't know. I really hope that this season's La Liga is not one-sided. I hope that it's not like you don't get everything handed to you played. Like, I know that Barcelona has taken the lead, but I really hope that Real Madrid and even Atletico Madrid can cut down the lead and maybe give us a three-way race. It would always be nice. I mean, it's been a while since we've had some of that in La Liga. So yeah, it's just gonna be exciting. Hold on. Give me a minute. What was I saying? Yeah. Anyways, I think my first stream isn't that bad. I don't know. I mean, I've had a good number of viewers. I've had some spicy chat, and yeah, it's been 30 minutes since the stream has been on, and I enjoy it. I enjoy interacting with people, and maybe I'll do this again next month, and not next month, sorry, next week. I'm so lost. I mean, this whole, I know it's 4 a.m. in the morning, and this was not expect. This was, I was gonna watch the Barca game and just go to sleep. But yeah. Oh, Baby Girl 4 is back again. Hi. I thought you went to sleep, didn't you? Well, yeah, welcome back. And yeah, what was I saying? I keep forgetting it. Man, I need to do these streams probably in the middle of the day, you know. I mean, I probably will do another stream uh day after tomorrow, Wednesday. It depends because I have to travel. As I said, I have to travel to New Delhi. I have to get back to Spain. So I'm just waiting for my visa. If I, let's say, if I go next weekend, which is the time when I am expected to travel back to Spain, I might do the next this week in Spain from outside the Bernabeu. I probably will be able to do that. It just depends when I can go back, how soon I can go back. So yeah, I mean, lot of things to ponder about, a lot of direction that I could take the content in. Like, I am planning to expand La Liga with like, I know that so far I've done long form videos, and I've done those short informative videos where I just give you bite-sized information about, let's say, facts, or random historical stories from 1920s La Liga and all that. So yeah, maybe once I go back to Spain, maybe once I get my stuff together, you can expect things like interviewing people on the streets. You can expect things like because I know that a lot of people have texted me on Instagram asking how to be a sports journalist, sort of thing. I can probably help you out with getting interviews with people who will help you get into that field, like my former bosses and stuff. And of course, when I am in the hotspot, when I am in the city where the 15-time UEFA League, UEFA Champions League winners play, it's just gonna be a lot of fun. Like, I have so much content planned out for that, and yeah, I'm just gonna be excited. BTS member name, one name. I have no idea about BTS member names. I know a couple. I know the guy who sang the FIFA World Cup thing where Jungkook was in. Jungkook, and I don't. I honestly don't know, but I appreciate you sticking out on my stream. What the Jungkook and Jimin and RM and we. I don't know. My little cousin listens to them a lot. So that's how much I know. But yeah. But anyway, what was I saying? I keep forgetting what I said. We've got 4 concurrent viewers right now, which is good. 4 people are hanging out on the stream. That's nice. At 4 a.m. that is. It's always nice to have people around. Hmm. Let me see what else we. I think what we can also do right now is get a couple of stories from Spain going on. Like let's see what's happening in Spain. Let's see what happened with the whole situation about Lewandowski's offside. Because if I remember the minute it happened, right? Lewandowski's boot was behind the guy who was marking him, and the whole situation turned upside down because I think the broadcasters had correctly called that he was onside and not offside, and that made the difference, right? Because if Lewandowski had scored that goal and Barca had the momentum, they might not have conceded that goal that they conceded just before halftime, and probably the result would have been different. Barca would probably still be now 9 points clear ahead of Real Madrid. So that's gonna be a topic of controversy. If I am predicting something, it's good that tomorrow morning when the newspapers hit the shelves in Madrid and in Barcelona, they're gonna talk about it a lot because they need something to pick up. Because Barcelona losing against Real Sociedad was not on anyone's books, right? There's nobody who expected that, and the fact that even though La Liga, I know that they don't have goal line technology and they don't have like they still have the semi-automated VAR system, and the fact that it made such a big blunder. I mean, I'm not sure. The image I saw made it seem like it was a blunder. The broadcasters have come out and said that it was a blunder. The commentators claimed, like they bet their life on it at one point, that Lewandowski's foot was behind it because they accidentally marked it through the defender's boots, not Lewandowski's boots. So yeah, it's just I don't know. I mean, you're one of the top leagues in Europe, and the standard refereeing is so bad. I mean, it's been a common topic, isn't it? Like every season. I mean, last season El Clasico also there was that whole debacle with Lunin in goal where the ball seemingly went in, but the referees didn't call it. And there was, I think, another issue with Real Madrid players, Jude Bellingham getting sent off despite not doing something wrong, and he just had the audacity to just ask the referee what he did wrong. The ref sent him off. So I know that Real Madrid, I mean, sorry, La Liga have had a refereeing issue, and it kind of scars the whole point of the league. I mean, at least we're not that bad compared to the Premier League, because that league is horrible when it comes to refereeing, right? But honestly, Spain isn't any better. Spain isn't any better, and yeah, I mean, I do hope that someday it changes. Someday the referees, the standards get better. I think what we need is transparency. I think what we need is transparency from referees, from this communication that they happen inside of the VAR room. Because why does nobody explain today's decision? Because they just put up that image for like a fraction of a second. You can't even make out if that was Lewandowski's boots or what? Sweet potato chips. Oh, thanks, sweet potato chips, for that kind message. Okay. Anyways, yeah, so you can't even make it out whether it was Lewandowski's foot or the defender's foot, because they don't let you discuss. They don't let you ponder with that image. They just put it up for 1 second and then just throw it away. And so how are you meant to make a decision on whether that was the right call or not? I know now the match is over. Now everyone's gonna be on Twitter. Now everyone's gonna be on Facebook putting that same picture and saying, yeah, Barca got robbed. Our refereeing decision is atrocious. But that's the story of La Liga, honestly. Despite all the technological advancements, despite all the funding it gets, despite all the quality players that come into this league, it's just, I don't know, it's the standard refereeing both in La Liga and Premier League is just terrible. I mean, you don't really hear these sort of stories from the other three leagues to this extent, do you? I mean, I don't know, it's just surprising to me sometimes. Yeah. I mean, I mean, I don't know. Is it that hard to be a referee that you can't call good decisions? Because aren't you like trained for years for that? Like, aren't you supposed to be like, is refereeing is not like an easy job. You have to be mentally sharp. You need to have like good decision making skills, and a lot of tactics are involved in becoming a referee. It's not just like a manager thing where you retire as a footballer and you can just pick up a coaching license and become a manager. No, refereeing is a whole different ball game, and everyone who wants to get into that field must prove at some point in their life that they're tactically adept at making decisions that could have a long lasting impact on the game, or like have consequences. But to make these sort of decisions and never be held responsible, never be held accountable for this is it's just I prefer not to speak. If I speak, I'm in big trouble. I mean, it's not a news story anyways, right? I mean, yeah. I just know that tomorrow once I open, like let's see if someone's already talking about it on any of the newspapers or something. Let's open like Marca or Port and see if there's anyone's talking about that at all. What should we go for? Marca? Should we go for Marca? Marca. Let's see what Marca says today. Oh yeah, this is in Spanish. I have to translate this because my Spanish is not that great that I can translate the whole article. But here, look at this. You already have it. El increíble fuera de juego milimétrico de Lewandowski. You already have it. Like I told you that they're gonna be talking about it until, I mean, probably the entirety of the international break. They're gonna be talking about it. El increíble fuera de juego milimétrico de Lewandowski por la punta de la bota. Right. My Spanish isn't that great, but I probably know what this means. Let me just set the screen a little bit more so you can see. Let me just quickly translate it because I don't take responsibility for wrong translations. I don't want to. I don't want to do that. Lewandowski's incredible offside with the tip of his boot. The Poles' goal in the first half against Real Sociedad was ruled offside and has caused a lot of criticism as it was not clear who the boot belonged to. Exactly what I said. Exactly what I said. Look at this image. Look at this. Can we zoom into this? Can we zoom into this? Yeah, look at this. How do you determine whether someone's offside from that? Like at this point, surely you give it to the benefit of the doubt should go to the striker. Like I don't get it. How is that clear enough to make a call that it's Lewandowski's? Pretty sure it was not. Barcelona opened the scoring at the Real Arena with a goal from Lewandowski in the 14th minute, which was a semi-automatic offside technology when it was detected the police was offside position. Okay. A goal that at first glance and in the eyes of most was valid, although technology had to lend a hand to Cuadra Fernandez, who ended up disallowing it for offside by the Polish footballer. Of course, the studio image of the lines drawn by semi-automatic was tremendous. I don't think it's tremendous. I think it's a Spanish word that they used for in a negative connotation, but when you translate it, it comes out as tremendous. But yeah, in them you can see that the footballer was ahead by the toe of his boot. In fact, in the images themselves, it is not possible to clearly distinguish which player's boot is it, whether it's Lewandowski's or Aguero's. Yeah, I told you. You can't make a call on this. Look at this image. Look at this image. At this point, surely you give it to the striker as the benefit of the doubt, because if it's this close, why are you getting involved? Wasn't, I don't know, was the on-field decision a goal, right? I think it was a goal. So I mean, if it's that close, if there is so much doubt, don't turn it across. Don't turn it over. The referee's already made a decision. Don't turn it over. Like I don't get the point of referees trying to be the protagonists of games, man. I mean, look at this. How you cannot make out whether it was. I mean, logically, it is Aguero's foot who's forward because that's why it's in the image. Like Lewandowski's foot would not be contorted in that angle if he was ahead. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm not a referee. I mean, I can't even see 2 meters in front of me. I need to wear my glasses to see even clearly. But as far as I know, as far as I probably saw it live happening and the pictures, yeah, I don't think it was an offside. I don't think it was a... Pregunta time, guys. ¿Te parece que el gol de Lewandowski debió ser anulado? Do you think that the goal from Lewandowski deserved to be called off? Is that what it says? I think so. I think. Not so good with the translation. Sorry. If that's the question, that's no. It did not deserve to be overturned, and it deserved to be kept a goal. And I think Real Sociedad would still have attacked with the same intent because they were playing well, and they were in control for the entire game. So I mean, but for Barcelona, it was a turning point because that really took the wind out of their sails, and they never really recovered after that. They barely had any chances after that. So yeah, I think it should not have been overturned. What did Hansi Flick say to the referee? What can I do? If the VAR tells us it's offside, why would we make it up? Is what the referee said to the Barca coach. Why are we going to make up an offside? Fair enough. I mean, I don't blame the referee who was on the pitch because he didn't get to see it, right? I don't think he was even called to the what do you call it, the VAR camera. I don't think he was even called for the VAR thingy. But yeah, he says, what can I do? If the VAR tells us it's offside, why would we make it up? I mean, why would we make it up? I mean, are we really talking about referees making things up when we talk about La Liga? I don't think we should be talking about that, but still. I told him that it was a bad decision to offside. This is what Flick says. This is what Hansi Flick said. I told him that it was a bad decision to offside Lewandowski. That's all I can say. It was a wrong decision. It's not his fault, and I know that. That's all I can say anymore. Very concise press conference from Hansi Flick, I'd say. Yeah, I mean, I do agree. But at this point, nothing's gonna happen, right? It's gonna be chalked off. Maybe if the referees, if RFEF has a little bit of shame, they'll come out and be like, sorry, that was a wrong decision. We were not clear enough. We should have given the benefit of the doubt to the on-field call. But yeah, they didn't do that. And so 2 months after the international break, we'll forget about this. So yeah, at this point, I've stopped taking things from referees, at least, seriously, because it's always excuses. It's always, yeah, no point. Let's see what else is going on in the world of Spanish football. Let's go to sport. Sport always entertains. Let's go to sport and see what they are talking about. Right. Thank you, my internet, for giving up on me. All right, let's go to AS. AS is better. AS is better. Much, much better. They're fast. Let's go to football. Yeah, I think everything is gonna be the offside. That's the talking point. It's not the fact that Barcelona lost and they lost their streak, which they had built up, I think, a couple of like 5-6 games. But yeah, it's not that's gonna be everyone's gonna be talking about. The fact that the offside call was overturned is what's gonna be the talking point. Let's see what yeah, see the first story, the headline, a Barca offside. I mean, the translation on us is not really great, but yeah, you'll understand what it means. Let's go through it. Real Madrid deactivate Barca without Lamine Yamal. Of course, that's not the headline that was written in Spanish. I'm pretty sure it was something like Real Madrid turn off Barca without Lamine Yamal. But the leader falls to Real Sociedad, remains without scoring, and goes into the break adding spice to the championship. The VAR has added to the incomprehensible. This whole subtitle in English looks very ominous and looks very like something you'd find in a literature book. The leader falls to Real Sociedad. It remains without scoring, goes adding spice to the championship. The VAR has added to the incomprehensible, as if it's like something beyond what we understand. But yeah, again, it's the same thing. Everyone's going to talk about the fact that one offside decision, one call from the referee messed up the whole game flow. But yeah, I mean, you just can't, like, Barcelona can't just focus on that. I mean, they were terrible throughout the game. I think even the fact that they started Fermin Lopez on the right instead of left, when Rafinha is already an established winger on the right. I mean, the right wing. But Fermin Lopez took that place today out of no reason. I mean, I think it was only done because Flick knew that Rafinha has played in the left for the last couple of not couple of last for the entirety of the season, and so he's more suited to that role. But I think that was a big blunder, and they shouldn't have done it. That cost them the game, because by the time the things changed, by the time Dani Olmo was introduced, yeah, it was too late. And Barcelona, I mean, you look at their last 10 minutes of the game, they were just piling crosses into the box, and it was a sad thing. All right, let's see what else is. Sergio Ramos or January is yeah, this is a good news too. I mean, it's not good news for Real Madrid, because if the situation is so bad that they have to sign a free transfer, do you really go for a 39-year-old Ramos, or do you like do you see other options on the market? What do you think? Do you think Sergio Ramos should come back to Barcelona? Oh, Barcelona, my God, I need to sleep. Sergio Ramos should come back to Real Madrid, because you look at these videos of him, right? I can't play it because I don't want to get striked or anything. But yeah, Sergio Ramos has been keeping himself fit since he left Sevilla. I mean, since he came back to La Liga, he has been good. I think he saved Sevilla season last year, because they started off terribly, sacked their manager Mendilibar. Mendilibar had a poor start last season, and Ramos had a bit of an issue with Sevilla, the way he left and how he celebrated over the years against them whenever he came with Real Madrid. So it's just the fact that he's still going at what, 39, and I mean, everyone expected him to be going to the MLS or Saudi Arabia, I don't know, Qatar, but he can still put in a good shift or do in like a top team. I think so. I think he can. It just remains to be seen whether he does that or not. I mean, I would love to see Sergio Ramos back in Madrid. I mean, wearing the iconic jersey again, but it just is. It's a bit unlikely. I think it's a bit. Florentino Perez does not make those signings, right? Right, like how Barcelona brought back Dani Alves just because he was available, right? I don't think Real Madrid makes those sort of signings. They haven't for a long time, right? They could have signed Cristiano Ronaldo when he was leaving Juventus, but no, they didn't. They could have signed Sergio Ramos even when he was leaving PSG, but no. I mean, once the ties are broken with Florentino Perez, it's really really tough to like recover those ties, and it's. I get it. I mean, Sergio Ramos has been a loyal servant for the club. He's a legend at the club. His header 93-48 is what turned the entire decade for Real Madrid. But I don't think Real Madrid will go for him. I don't think that's what's gonna happen. But who else do they go for, right? Do they trust who? Antonio Rudiger and Jesus Vallejo? Do they trust Raul Asensio? Or do they play Federico Valverde at the center back? So, I mean, if they do, then that means Arda Güler and Hendrick might finally get a chance. But yeah, I don't know. At this point, I don't think Sergio Ramos is gonna be coming back, because it's not like Real Madrid. I don't think it would. But it's still a feel good story if he ever does. I mean, yeah, look at him. Yeah, he's all fit and he's all in shape. But let's see what the other options are here. It says the free agent market doesn't offer any more options except for Chair. Is that how it's pronounced? Chair, 35 years old. Alvaro Gonzalez, who's 34, or Rekic, 22, who are the best positioned players for the reports. That is if Real Madrid want to sign free agents right now, because they still have to get through Liverpool and Atalanta, and a couple of tough fixtures are coming up until they hit the transfer window in January. So if they think that what they have at the back is not sufficient, they have to sign someone right now. They have to make an emergency signing, like Barca did with Chesney, like Barca did a couple of years ago with Braithwaite when Dembele got injured. So if they don't trust their La Fabrica academy, if they think Rudiger and whoever the makeshift center back is, or whoever replaces him, like whether it's Raul Asensio or Vallejo or anyone else, if Real Madrid think that because already the season has gone off the rails, if there's further deterioration for the season, they might want to like sign someone right now, even if they don't plan to play him after January, when they can actually sign a proper center back. I think for Real Madrid to be consistent over the next couple of months, to even get back to the top 8 in the Champions League, to challenge Barca for the title, it's looking really difficult, and it doesn't do any favors with the injury list they've got. So I think there's a good chance that Florentino Perez might set his ego aside and be like, you know what, maybe getting Sergio Ramos back is not a terrible option. It's not that bad of an option, unless he wants to rely on his youth products. I mean, which is not a bad option anyways. Laporte is. I don't think it's come because he's playing in Saudi Arabia. He's playing with Ronaldo, right? So yeah, Laporte is a good option, and apparently he wants to leave Saudi Arabia, like many others. So yeah, if he thinks that, if Ancelotti thinks that he can keep it going until January without significant damage to the season, then yeah, Laporte is a good option to come back to Spain. I think what he's played in La Liga before for Athletic Club, then he went to Man City. He became established at Man City. Went to you know became yeah he when he was playing in La Liga, he was French, right? He went to Man City, went to Al Nassr, and now if he comes back, he's gonna be Spanish because he changed his nationality to play for the Spanish team. Because he was not getting called up by France, so he had to change his nationality, and he ended up winning the Euros, if I'm not wrong, right? Was it him? Lenormand and Laporte, yeah, the French, both of Spain's center backs are French Spanish. So yeah, always good to see that. Lukeba is from Leipzig, but are they gonna invest in him? Because as he said, as I was say, he's got a contract until 2029, but he's also French, which boosts his, because Real Madrid loves signing French players, and they have a good synergy with French players as well, right? How many French players need you? Need Mbappe, Camavinga, Chouameni, Mondi, and now if Lukeba comes, he's gonna fit right in. So there's not gonna be an issue of acclimatization in the club. But even if Laporte comes, he's half. I mean, he is French. So who else? Who else are they looking at? Vitor Reis. I don't know much about Vitor Reis, but he's 18, isn't he? Are Real Madrid gonna gamble for such a young centre back? I don't think so. I think at this point they are looking someone who is either about to hit their peak, or is already in their peak, but also doesn't go heavy on the wallets of Florentino Perez. Depends. Let's see. So yeah, I mean, I think Sergio Ramos might. I think he might come back. Actually, I mean, I wouldn't mind him coming back. I really do, because the longer he stays out, the longer he remains like unfit, and I'm pretty sure he's rearing to go. And it's not like a player like his caliber would not be having offers. I'm pretty sure he's probably had offers from the MLS. He's probably had offers from Saudi Arabia. I mean, why wouldn't they love to have someone like Sergio Ramos playing for Saudi Arabia and be an ambassador for the sport? But the fact that even after leaving PSG, when he's already completed his career, right? He's got everything. PSG, he had a rich fat contract. Before that, he's won every single trophy known to man. So he could have either retired, or he could have gone to, maybe he could have gone to Inter Miami. Maybe David Beckham would have loved to sign him. And looking at Inter Miami, they do need someone strong at the back, because the games that they've played, like the game against Atlanta United, yeah, that was terrible. So if he comes back to La Liga, it's great because he that's the reason he's kept himself fit, because he knows he's not done. Whether he comes back for a mid-table club or whether he comes back for Real Madrid, he still got it, I would say, right? He showed brilliances of it at Sevilla. He showed brilliances of it at PSG, and we all know he's just a legend of the game. So it should not be that much of a talking point what he does. Right. What else is going on in soccer, in football? Let's see. Another one. Mark Casado's got something to say about the offside decision. Resumen resultado y gol del partido de la Liga eSports. What does he say? La Liga debería mirarlo para ver si es el pie de Robert. La Liga needs to see into the decision that they made against Robert Lewandowski. Yeah, La Liga should look into it to see if it's Robert's foot. But I know, but will they? I don't think so. I don't think they're gonna be, because especially with the break coming up. The break's already here, right? No one's gonna be working for the next 10 days in La Liga. So I don't think they're gonna pay too much time, give too much of attention to it, and they're just gonna like forget it and put it under the blanket and forget about it until it happens again, eventually with Real Madrid or again with Barcelona, maybe at an important point of the season. And yeah, then we're gonna talk about it again, won't we? Oh yeah, oh shit! I need to show you guys this. Wait, this was the best part, honestly. When the when the fans started doing the Poznan and this poor Barca girl was stuck in. Wait, where is it? Oh come on! I just saw it. Oh come on! I just saw it. Oh my! Come on! I just yeah. Here's the picture. I think it happened again. I mean, it happened already sometime this season. I don't remember which match was it. Perhaps it was Real Sociedad itself or Athletic Club, where they were doing the Poznan, and there was this one fan who was stuck in the middle. Yeah, it's just hilarious. La foto del partido, una aficionada culé entre la marea. I'm not gonna try and pronounce it because I know it's a Basque word and I'm gonna mess it up. Que celebraba la victoria. Right, right. It's funny, man. It's funny. Anyway, since it's football this week, Spanish football this week, let's see what happened this week. Las Palmas, yeah, they brought up a surprise out of nowhere and beat Rayo Vallecano. We were 3-1 away from home. Yeah, we all know about Real Madrid winning 4-0. That was never a surprise, was it? With 3 injuries in the bag, but still. Villarreal, I love the fact that they're still going strong. I really, really hope to see them in Europe, like in Champions League proper next season. And if they can even usurp Atletico to get to the third position, it will be even better. I love Villarreal, man. It's like my second team. I mean, it's like my team in the Liga. I love watching Villarreal do Villarreal things, you know. So I just hope that they keep this run. They keep this run up. Espanyol and Valencia also, yeah, they Espanyol. Yeah, a plus means, yeah, sorry, I was about to read the score. I was like, no. Yeah, the match got cancelled because of Valencia not being able to play because of everything that's going on in their city, which I hope they recover from very soon. Leganes beat Sevilla, which is what I'm telling you. Sevilla is just not it this season. Sevilla and Valencia are just not it. Not gonna be their season. Sevilla will still probably stay up, right? They've got 15 points in the bag. They're 13th in the table. They have a bit of breathing room between the relegation zone and themselves. But yeah, that's not gonna happen. I don't think Sevilla is gonna have a great season. I mean, they might slip into the relegation zone. We never know. But I hope they don't, because for the sake of La Liga, yeah, they need to stay up. For the sake of La Liga, they stay up. But yeah, what else? Who else? Betis and Celta drew 2-2. It was a good game. Atletico beating Mallorca. Again, Atletico very inconsistent, but yeah, Julian Alvarez was the difference maker, winning in their win against Mallorca. Girona finally won a game, beat Getafe 1-0, which is not the hardest thing to do considering where Getafe is, but also considering where Girona is. It was a good decision, I'd say. Real Valladolid and Athletic Club played out a 1-1 draw again. And of course, the talking point of the whole match day is going to be Real Sociedad and Barcelona and the whole fiasco with the offside goal and all that. Someone's new in the chat. What else? What else is happening in Spain this week? Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I think we've covered everything that's been happening in Spain this week. Which was the point of this stream, is to talk about Spanish football in the past 7 days. I think it was a productive stream. I'm also getting very tired because it's almost 5 a.m. in the morning. And I think I will be closing the stream here. I am really thankful for whoever joined, whoever was part of the stream. I will be doing a football manager stream next, maybe tomorrow, maybe day after tomorrow. Let me just close this quickly and bring it back here. Right. Right, yeah, as I was saying, I think I'm gonna do another stream again. I mean, I'm gonna probably do this week in Spain every Sundays or every Saturdays, because that's the time I'll get, especially once I go back to Spain in a few days, in a few weeks, not in a few weeks, in a few days, but in the next week most likely. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit difficult to come online, but I will definitely come online. I mean, yeah, sure, I've had, I think, a good number of viewers for my first stream. Right now it's at 3 if I'm not wrong, which is three more than what I expected. And I've had a lot of people talking in the chat. I've had a lot of people at some point. These numbers were like 20, 25, and that's good enough for me on my first stream. Like, I know the timing is not ideal. It's 5 a.m. in the morning, and I didn't expect to do this stream, but yeah, it was a good. It's always good to talk about football. It's always good to talk about anything, and especially the fact that for the longest time I wanted to create a channel like La Liga Vic, where I would just, yeah, randomly find people who are also interested in Spain and Spanish football, like I am, who's crazy about it as I am. And to find people like you has been a blessing, honestly. Everyone who's commented, every single one of the 5,079 of you who subscribed to La Liga Vic over the last 6-7 months, right? It's huge for me. And yeah, man, I mean, a lot of exciting things coming up. As I said, once I head back to Spain, a lot of different things I've planned out. A lot of collaborations are coming. Gaming streams. I know that bunch of you guys love the FIFA shorts I did, like FC25, FC24 shorts that I did. Those are gonna be also coming back. Football Manager streams probably happening in a day or two, because I'm doing the Real Madrid career mode, which a lot of you requested. Because when I made that poll, a lot of people said that they would like to see the Real Madrid career mode, like where I fix Real Madrid's current season and take them to glory. So yeah, let's see what we can do. I think, do we have people still on the stream? Yeah, we've got 2 people on the stream. Well, to those of you who stuck around for the whole stream, it was a pleasure to talk to you. Hace un placer hablar contigo. I think that was, yeah, that's good. Yeah, let's see what we can do. I'll probably upload a long form video at the end of this week. Worked on something. Shorts are also coming, and the Football Manager stream is coming up in a day or two, and then again next week, hopefully not so late at night, but during some point in the day, I will make another La Liga week, this week in Spain stream. There's a good chance I might do that stream from Spain itself, but if not, I'll be doing it from home, of course. Because here's the benefit of me doing this sort of streams for Spain, is the time zone really fits. Like, yeah, sure, the matches get over at 11:30 Spanish time, but for people in India, the match gets over at 3:30. So if I sit after a match and stream, it kills the, like, nobody's watching at 5 a.m. I mean, the fact that there's still three people on the stream who are watching the stream, I'm thankful for you guys. But yeah, hopefully once I go back to Spain, the timing and everything sorts out a bit and good content starts rolling in. But yeah, this is it for the first stream. This is it for this week in Spain, episode 1. It was great to talk about Barcelona, La Liga, Real Madrid, referees, Sergio Ramos, and all the stuff that we talked about. But yes, definitely see you again talking about whatever happens this week. I mean, there is no club football, there is only international football this week. So yeah, the next episode of La Liga week will be focused on this week in Spain will be focused on international football. Perhaps Samu Omorodion will have a great debut, and we're gonna talk about him and the fact that he scored, what, let's predict, a hat-trick on his debut. I'm not ruling that out. Samu Omorodion is a big talent for Spain in the coming months and the coming years. So yeah, let's see what we can talk about next week, this time when I bring back This Week in Spain. So yeah, that's it for this stream. Thanks for joining. Thanks for everyone who's been part of the stream. Thanks for the 3 people who are still watching. It's been a pleasure ranting at you. And yeah, you know what I say. I will see you in the next one. Hasta luego.